Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Good evening. We begin tonight with the news that charges have been laid after a suspicious death in Lloydminster's downtown core. On the evening of March 30th, Lloydminster RCMP responded to a complaint of a physical altercation. A 50-year-old Lloydminster man with life-threatening injuries was found at the scene. He later died in hospital. Alberta's Major Crimes Unit has charged 24-year-old Warren Ray Lewis of Onion Lake with manslaughter. His next court appearance is set for April 21st. Lloydminster's mayor and council are back in the city after spending the last week at Saskatchewan's Urban Municipalities Convention in Regina. As Jace Mackey reports, mental health was a major topic for the leaders at the conference.
It was a great convention overall.
For the first time in 2 years, the Saskatchewan Urban Municipalities Convention was held in person, giving civic leaders from across the province a chance to connect and network. RCMP retro pay and healthcare were among some of the issues delegates discussed.
The government of Saskatchewan and the Premier and the Cabinet heard very clearly during the parapet sessions concerns around healthcare.
Albert says while the province is recovering economically from the pandemic, its impacts are still being felt. The grant money cities get from the PST this year is based on 2020 numbers, meaning they'll be seeing a drop.
So as we look back on the grant money that we're receiving, we were told we would be $16 million as municipalities in Saskatchewan less. And that hurts. We still need to address the mental health addictions and the challenges that exist in the healthcare system.
In Saskatchewan's most recent budget, the government pledged $470 million to go towards mental health services. Albert says that a lot of the issues Lloydminster is facing are being felt across Saskatchewan.
Many communities are facing infrastructure challenges. They're facing homelessness. And again, it doesn't matter from the largest cities of Regina and Saskatoon and Saskatchewan right down to the smallest. It does exist.
Albers added that the situation in Ukraine was top of mind for those at the convention and that the province is willing to help however possible.
Saskatchewan is prepared to open their doors to Ukrainian refugees. I think it doesn't matter what community you go to, everybody was speaking about it.
For Primetime Local News, I'm Jace Mackey.
Ahead of the long weekend, Canada's Chief Public Health Officer is reminding Canadians to take safety precautions.
As Ramadan continues, and with Passover, Easter, and other long weekend celebrations and opportunities to gather before us, let's keep doing our best to protect each other.
Tam also mentions that Canadians need to be prepared for a resurgence of COVID-19 cases in the fall and recommends booster doses.
Trying to continue to observe the impacts of requirements versus recommendations is very important. I think for now, everybody should be layering on those protections on top of the vaccines, including the mask.
The government of Saskatchewan announced Monday that people most at risk can now receive their second booster dose. The current eligible group includes residents 70 years and older and all residents of First Nation communities over the age of 50. An achievement was granted for the Bonnyville Friendship Center recently by announcing the commencement of their new building addition. Our Shelby Clark spoke with them for more details and on how this will help people in the community.
Today for Primetime Local News, we're joined here today with Megan and Janet from the Bonnyville Friendship Center. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for having us, Shelby.
Now, there was a groundbreaking ceremony from the Friendship Center on Friday, and I kind of wanted to speak with you both and get the word out on what was all involved in this ceremony. What was the announcement that you wanted to let everyone know about?
So currently we've noticed that with our stats rising and the need for food bank and youth programming in our community rising, that we are running out of space. We went in the last 2 years from 4 staff members to over 20 staff members. So we applied for grant funding to expand our building and we received it.
How long was this in the works now to get this addition for the Friendship Center?
When did we start? 2 years.
Could you give us a little understanding of what exactly the center is and what it does for the community, just for people out there that may be unaware, they don't really know what the Friendship Center exactly is?
So we're a community service agency who focuses on bridging the gaps for community services between Indigenous and non-Indigenous community members.
And for all the hard work that your team does for people in the community, how will this new addition help with individuals now that the center has it?
So we will be adding a youth center on the ground floor. Our community kitchen will be accessible to anybody, also now on the ground floor. And we'll also be able to hold more people. I believe our capacity is over 75. And we'll have an expanded food bank storage. So we are going to have a walk-in freezer where we will be able to store fresh produce and meat, and have more healthy options for clients in our community receiving food bank.
I know you were saying earlier on that it took 2 years to kind of get the ball rolling and to kind of get this process underway. So how was reaction from everyone on the team and staff knowing that you finally got this addition for the center?
We are very proud of this accomplishment, and we are so happy with all the support from the community to be able to get here.
Well, it's definitely fantastic to hear how strong that support is and how much help that the center has gotten from everyone in the community. Is there any last message you want to say to everyone out there that's watching this right now?
No, just thank you to everyone for all of their support, and for our team at working so hard to get us to where we are today.
Perfect. Well, once again, thank you both so much for joining us today, and congratulations on the new addition.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now for a first look at our cloudy day, we go to Shelby Clark. Thanks so much, Jasmine. Yes, we definitely saw a cloudy day here in the border city. Very cool outside, even though we are sitting at -7. With that wind chill, it does feel twice as cool at -14. So we definitely are seeing a cooler day, a lot more gloomier skies. So hopefully everybody's still enjoying their day out there, and hopefully we will be seeing a little bit more sunshine next week. But throughout this week, we will be seeing some gloomier conditions for sure. And now switching over to temperatures across the region for Alberta and Saskatchewan. On the Alberta side, we are seeing those minus marks once again. Most spots seeing around -5, -6 degrees. So we have cooled down quite a bit, a couple degrees since what we were seeing yesterday. -4 up in Lac-La-Biche, while down in Provost, they are seeing the coolest with -7. Now switching over to our Saskatchewan side here, they are seeing those same conditions with most spots seeing -5, -6 degrees. And down in Macklin, they are seeing -7. And for North Battleford, they will be cooling down to -11 for their evening low from -6 right now. So they will be continuing on with those cloudier conditions. Then tomorrow, they will be seeing -5. So just probably a degree slightly warmer for tomorrow, but they won't be seeing too much sun. Switching out to Cold Lake, they'll be cooling down to -13, so they will be cooling down quite a bit, seeing those double digits. They will be seeing some cloudier skies. Then tomorrow, those cloudier skies will continue on throughout the night into their day with -5 as well. And switching now to the border city, we will be seeing -11, although we will be seeing a 30% chance of some flurries that will start up in the evening throughout the night. Then tomorrow, we will be seeing a slightly warmer day, but still at the minus point with -4 throughout the day, and we will be seeing not too much sun as well. And now looking at your 3-day forecast for here in the border city. As I was saying, we will still be seeing gloomier conditions throughout the week, unfortunately, with -4 tomorrow. Thursday, we will warm up slightly to that zero mark, but we won't be seeing too much sun peek behind those clouds. So hopefully we will as we hit Thursday, and especially on Friday, starting off our Easter weekend there with 0 mark as well. But we will be seeing a 50% chance of some flurries come up again, and hopefully that will be some light snowfall. So we won't be seeing too much of snow, even though we will be seeing that on the weekend. That's a first look at your weather forecast. While more news coming up after the break.
Welcome back to this edition of Pet Project, everybody. I'm joined once again with Becca Lawrence from the Lloydminster and Community SPCA. Becca, how's everything going over there this week?
It's going really good.
That's good to hear. So we got a lot to talk about this week. Let's just get started by introducing our pet of the week here. So let's go ahead and I'll just cede the floor to you.
Yeah, so this week it's Pets of the Week. So we have Gwendolyn and, Guinevere is using the potty. My apologies. So these two are a bonded pair. So they actually came in, I think around September of last year. So they are currently our longest residents. They kind of came in just before the whole Pan-Luke situation, and then they had a small exposure to it, so we held on to them for a little bit longer just to make sure that they were happy and healthy before they went to their new homes. So these guys are around 8 months old, and they're just finally ready for a home of their own instead of hanging out here at the shelter. And so you get a bit of a discount off of their adoption, just, to hopefully entice people to come in and get them.
There you go. And obviously, you mentioned they're bonded pairs, which can be a very good thing because as we've talked about before, cats are very active animals. People think, maybe they're a little bit lazier than dogs, but they still need lots of play and activity. And having another animal for them to run around and play and socialize with helps a lot with that. And when you have a bonded pair like that, they already get along. They're already friends, so you don't have to worry about, introducing them and making sure they get along and they don't fight. So, that might be just the perfect opportunity for somebody out there who is, looking to get into the market with a couple of cats. So there you go. Gwendolyn and Guinevere are kind of our picks of the litter this week, so to speak. So moving on, because we do have a lot to cover this week, you guys have some Easter photos coming up where, people have an opportunity to come out and get their picture taken. Well, their pets do, I should say, but I'll let you give the details of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were doing them for 4 days. So we started yesterday. And we had a couple come in. So there's still lots of openings throughout the whole next few days here. So we're doing them today from 12 until 7. And then tomorrow and Thursday will be 12 until 5. So you have lots of opportunities to come and get your photos. And we're not limiting them to just the animals. If you want to bring the family down, you are more than welcome to. We're happy with taking photos of anybody that wants to come get some Easter photos from us.
Well, there you go, guys. So go ahead and mark that on your calendar. That's coming up. Make sure you're going out and supporting the SPCA, getting some cute pictures taken. And ending this week is the Spiro's Pizza fundraiser, Becca, which obviously you guys have been working in conjunction with Spiro's, the restaurant. Local place, great. Can't say enough good things about them. But this week is the pickups, obviously. So anybody who went out and purchased pizza to contribute to this fundraiser, they get to actually pick up their pizza right away, right, Becca?
Yeah, so April 21st is the pickup day. So that's next Thursday after the Easter weekend, I believe.
Oh, sorry, next week.
Yeah, that's totally okay. Yeah, so next week, and we're hoping everybody can come that same day. Just we don't have much for storage, so. But yeah, so from what we heard, the week 1 did really, really well. So we're hoping that the few weeks that it was on for went fantastically. So we're excited to find out how we did on that. But yeah, we're really excited, and we're just appreciate everybody that helped us out for that.
Absolutely. So if you contributed, honestly, thank you from everybody, us here and at the SPCA, it's a great cause, great people, wonderful everything. So thank you. And just a couple quick things here, Becca. You guys have so many puppies. I know we've chatted about it, but it really is like you guys are kind of in a little desperate need right now for certain items and things that, we're kind of putting out an all points bulletin for some donations, so to speak. But I'll let you kind of tell people what you guys are looking for.
We have 2 mama dogs. One had 9 puppies and the other one had 11. So they are going through food like you wouldn't believe right now. Actually, they're on a little bit of gastro food right now too, just because from having babies, all of that, their guts are a little bit out of whack right now. So right now we just have them on some puppy gastro food from the vet clinic. But I mean, once their tummies get a little bit over that, we're going to be going through our food insanely crazy. So we're looking for wet food donations, dry food donations for mom and pups.
There you go, guys. So obviously, write that down on your grocery list maybe when you're out running errands. If that's something you could pick up and drop off, would be absolutely amazing. Or obviously, financial donations can go to buy a lot of puppy food. So one last thing before we go, Becca, but obviously it's Easter week, which means you guys are going to have some adjusted hours. So we'll just, before we go, let you tell people when you guys are going to be closed, when you're going to be open this week.
Yeah, so just this week, we're going to be closed on the Friday and Monday. We will still be open on Saturday, though. So just Friday and Monday will be closed to the public.
There you go. So if you want to stop in, you still can, obviously. But that's all the time we have for this week. I want to thank you, Becca, for stopping by. I want to thank the cats for stopping by and saying hi. And we'll speak with you again next week.
Yes, for sure. We'll see you next week.
Pet Project is sponsored by the Pet Pad. For total pet care, think Pet Pad.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Well, this is an exciting day here at Primetime Local News, joined by Brett Kissel. Brett, thank you so much for speaking with us today. I know you are so busy, which it's great. It's great for you to be busy again.
Yeah, it certainly is. But anytime for you, Stacey, all of the support that you've given me since I started my career, and especially over the last couple of years when there wasn't a whole lot going on, just thank you for always being in my corner. And now we've got a lot going on and obviously a lot to celebrate with you.
Well, thank you so much, Brett. And we got a lot to talk about. First of all, congratulations to you and Cecilia on the birth of your baby boy. Just adorable. I saw a video you posted earlier this morning. So what's life like as a family of 4 now, or 5, 6, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I lose count myself. I'm losing kids in my house all the time, especially when all the little cousins come over. It is such a blessing, to have 4 healthy children. We feel so very lucky. My wife and I are doing really well. She's doing extremely well. And this new little boy, Atlas, of ours, the amount of love that he's getting from his big sisters, Mila and Aria, and his big brother, Leo, is unlike anything we could have ever predicted. We knew our kids would be very close, and we know that they love each other. But they're smothering this little boy. If we're not careful, they're going to squeeze him too tight. So we're very, very lucky.
Well, Brett, I know you value your time with family. And as we were just talking about, you're getting so much busier with touring now. We're here specifically today to talk about the Centerfield Festival. But let's talk about your first show back last week first, because what was that energy like? It looked just like the crowd was so excited to be there. It must just be so amazing to be back to, well, as close to normal as we can be at this point.
Yeah, you know what? And I think that there's an opportunity for us to have a new life that might even be better than it ever was before, because we now understand the value of live music. We understand the value of connection. We understand the value of that face-to-face interaction that we haven't had the opportunity to experience over the last 2 years. So when I have said on stage that absence makes the heart grow fonder, I experienced that just last week in Calgary. And I think we're going to experience that in a big way. Actually, I know we're going to experience that in a big way in St. Paul when I hit the stage for the first time. And get this, it's crazy how much time has passed, but 5 years. For the first time in 5 years, I'll be back in St. Paul at center field. So if absence makes the heart grow fonder, I promise you, Stacey, we are all going to make up for lost time.
Well, June 17th and 18th in St. Paul is the dates that this is going to be happening. Brett, tell me about the lineup. You've got yourself, there's Jess, the Wilkinsons, just amazing. And it says too, more other artists are coming. So what can people expect when they come out to this event?
Well, the most exciting thing about center field in St. Paul is the fact that with our small town roots, we're bringing a giant style festival to a pretty small town. Now, of course, we're very proud of being small towners, myself and all the other organizers. But, when you get Jess Moskaluk, who is one of the greatest vocalists in the history of Canadian country music, she's won so many awards, and everybody knows that her pipes, like she is just able to sing circles around pretty much everybody else. She's going to be coming to St. Paul, and she's a small towner, so she's excited about it. The Wilkinsons have not toured together for a long time. So for the first time in so many years, they've decided to come out of retirement, and they've chosen St. Paul to do that. So this is a once in a lifetime to really see them. If you've loved the Wilkinsons' music, but you might be from a younger generation and you've not had a chance to see them. And then, of course, for me, the energy and the excitement that I'm going to hit my hometown stage with is probably going to be more than anything else I do this summer. Don't tell anybody else in the US or across Canada that I'm most excited for my hometown show, but reality is I am.
And this is part of the bigger tour, Brett. Looking at the cities you're going to today, not just Canada, you're going to Italy, I see is on there. How excited are you to be doing this tour? And I know it's a little tough because with family life, you're always trying to balance everything out, but it still has to be so exciting to be going to all these different places again and just doing what you love.
Absolutely. It is in such a big way to see the calendar filling up again. From one of the greatest passions that I have in my life, which is entertaining. I'm a very proud dad and a very proud and dedicated husband. But you know what? The way that my bucket can be filled up in in the biggest way is to have all three of these things: family, life of a husband and wife, and our marriage and our union, and then country music. And the country music bucket has been empty for pretty much 2 years. So now we're going to fill it up, and we're going to travel to Italy. We're playing Cheyenne Frontier Days, the oldest rodeo, one of the oldest rodeos in the world, in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And then we've got so many other great shows that we haven't even announced yet. So it's going to be pretty exciting to get back in the saddle.
Well, and one more thing before I let you go here, Brett, let's talk about the Junos. That is just incredible. Does it still make you, kind of wake up and have to pinch yourself when these things keep happening to you?
Yes, absolutely. It never gets old. And I feel that it's so interesting at this level. I mean, I've been very lucky to have nominations before, and to have won a Juno before. It's up behind me. But the thing about it is that when you think about the company that I'm a part of, especially in the category of single of the year for my song Make a Life Not a Living, you know what? It just goes to show the impact that those lyrics had with Canadians, and the impact that those lyrics had with country music fans and music fans around the world. To be in the same category as The Weeknd and Justin Bieber, and then you've got this farm kid from Flat Lake, Alberta, who's going to be sitting beside Bieber and The Weeknd at the Junos with my cowboy hat. They're going to be talking about, I don't know, the billions of dollars they've made. And I'm just going to tell them about, I don't know, chasing cows and pulling calves in the spring in Alberta. So it's pretty interesting to get to rub shoulders with those guys.
Well, congratulations, Brett, not just on that, but on everything that you have accomplished and continue to accomplish. And if anybody is looking for info on any of these tour dates or the Centerfield Music Festival, what's the best way to find you?
Well, please go to brettkissel.com, and then also follow Centerfield Music Festival on Instagram, and go to their website. It's very simple. Just Google Centerfield Music Festival St. Paul, and you can get your tickets. And Stacey, I'm really proud of the organizers in an age where inflation is getting to everybody and everything is so expensive. They have still maintained the integrity to keep this festival at that around $100 mark. So to get this many bands over 2 days for $99, I mean, you can't even go get a fast food burger with 3 of your buddies for $100 anymore. So, I mean, we're really excited that we're going to have the best Canadian country talent for $99 in St. Paul. You can't beat it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Brett. We look forward to catching up with you at some place sometime this summer, and enjoy. I mean, that's the biggest thing. Your songs say it all, right? Just enjoy what you're doing, enjoy your family, enjoy your life. And we're so excited that you are going to be at least hanging around here for part of the summer. So we will see you sometime on the tour. Congratulations with everything.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I can't wait to see you, and hopefully people can come out and see us in St. Paul.
That's all the time we have for this hour of news. Thank you so much for joining us, but you can join us again in the second hour.